Well, the Yankees are back in the mix. I talked to an agent who kind of gave me the background. He's represented by Scott Boras. The asking price at one point was 7 years, $210 million. Most people don't think he's a $30 million a year starter, and most people don't want a guy that pitches 5 innings, and that's all he pitches, 5.8 innings per start for 7 years at that price. Now, Angels are still in it. Limited offer. I was told 3 years, 90 mil total. Giants, I'm told, might have the same offer, 3 years, 90 mil. Both Giants and Angels have money to offer, but neither one of them are good teams. So Snell goes in and probably winds up being the lead pitcher on both those teams. It probably won't be in the playoffs. Yankees are back in it, and there's been multiple layers. I asked an agent to describe to me why this wouldn't work at Yankee Stadium. Well, the Yankees are over the luxury tax 3 years in a row. They sign him. They're over a 4th year. And the penalties are phenomenal as a 4th-year offender in the luxury tax. You sign Blake Snell, pushes you over that 4th limit, 110% tax. So if you pay him 30 mil, John, you have to pay a 33 million tax to get him on your roster at 30 mil. That's because they've been over the luxury tax limit 3 straight years. This would be their 4th year in a row. In addition, you give up draft picks by signing Blake Snell. That's an issue. And then the agent is asking for opt-out clauses. No, that's not going to work. If I'm the Yankees, I am not going over the tax, having to pay this huge luxury tax, give up draft picks, and allow him to opt out after the 2nd year. What kind of investment is that? That's why Snell is not yet signed with anybody, just because some of the clubs are over the tax limit, and they're going to have to pay a mega tax if they do it, and you're going to forfeit tax, and you're going to give them an opt-out? No. Now, if I'm the Angels and Giants, Scott Boras says 3 years, 30 mil per, opt-out after years 1 and 2. You're giving up a draft pick, but you do have the budget space. And if he has a good season, maybe you still keep him. If he opts out, he opts out. But you do lose the draft choices if you sign Blake Snell. So that's an issue as to why he's not signed yet. It's just not the dollar value, but it's the impact of the dollar value on everything else with your budget, your payroll, your draft choices, your international money, etc.
It's kind of like when the Padres signed Morejon, they had to pay a 100% luxury tax on that. But is Tony Clark squawking about any of this, the Players Association? Because this is limiting his top guys. It's limiting their opportunity.
No, because they agree to the CBA, and these are all components of the CBA. To get certain things, like we're never going to have a salary cap. You got to give up certain things along the way in the course of negotiations. Now, there's no whining here. It's just a case of there's not a lot of people want to pay that left-handed pitcher 30 mil per year and then forfeit all the other things they would have to forfeit to get him in the front door. We'll see if the price tag comes down. The Red Sox are no longer in the Snell era bidding, but they are in on the bidding on Jordan Montgomery. But they want his price tag to come down to maybe 20 or 25. Montgomery obviously has reinvented himself last year with the World Series Texas Rangers, but not a candidate in Texas from what I gather, because the Rangers have spent all their money and they're not going way over the tax for him again on a short-term deal. So that's the latest in baseball. On we go. Basketball.